today I have a video that I think is going to be really cool if I get it to turn out right, because I'm going to be making a hamster pocket tee. So the other day I was actually at Michael's getting some stuff for another video that you'll hopefully see within a couple weeks. If you're not in the US, Michael's is just like a really big craft store, and while I was there I came across these. And when I saw these, I just had to get them because I think it's going to be super cute. So this is just like a pocket that you iron onto a t-shirt, and then they had a few different styles of these pocket peekers. So these are cute little like animals, and they had some other items that peek out of pockets. And of course I saw this Syrian hamster, which is absolutely adorable. I knew I had to get it. So today I'm going to be ironing these onto a t-shirt. I went ahead and picked up just a cheap t-shirt while I was at Michael's also. I got this color because I think it will look really good with like this galaxy themed pocket. And this shirt I think was just over $3. So for everything, this shirt's going to cost me less than $10. So if it turns out that is a super cheap shirt, and it's going to be really cute. So to make this, I read the directions beforehand, and it did say to just go ahead and wash and iron the shirt. So I went ahead and washed this. I did iron it a little bit to make sure there's no big wrinkles in it. I do have a second camera right here that I'm going to try to get some close-up shots with. Unfortunately, I don't have a second tripod, so it might be a little shaky, but I will try to get some close-up shots. I also have my iron right here, which is preheated. It is preheated to the hottest setting because that is what I will need for the hamster part. I'm going to put this part on first, that way I can line up the pocket afterwards. So let's go ahead and I'm going to just get this t-shirt and I'm going to flatten it out on the ironing board. And I'm not really sure where exactly I want the pocket. I'm sure I'll put it somewhere where it's not supposed to be and it will look silly, but I'm just going to lay it out right here. So I have my shirt all laid out here on the ironing board. Now I'm just going to take my little hamster, and he just peels right off of here. Now I'm going to place him. He is going to be at the top of the pocket, so maybe about right in there. Let me grab my actual pocket and see. I think a pocket should probably be about in line with like the armpit maybe. So right in there, and I want the hamster just to barely pop out. So I'm going to place him about right there on the shirt. So now that the hamster is where I want it on the shirt, I'm just going to take this old washcloth and put it over it. It says to use like a press cloth. I think this is just so like no adhesive or anything gets out. And now it says to iron it on the hottest setting for about 30 seconds. So I'm just going to hold this on here for about 30 seconds or so. It might take a little bit longer since this cloth is pretty thick. So I ended up holding the iron on there for a pretty long time, and I went to check the edges like it said in the directions, and it wasn't staying on at all. So I just got an old t-shirt and I'm going to try to put that on top of it. That washcloth might have been too thick, so I'm just going to lay this on here. This is nice and thin, so hopefully the heat will go through this a little bit better, and then I'll hold this for about 30 seconds and see what happens. Okay, so I'm just a failure. Even with the thin t-shirt, it is not sticking at all, as you can see. I'm just gonna put the iron right on it. It says not to do that in the directions, but it's not working, so don't try this at home. I might end up ruining it, but let's see if this will get it to stick. Okay, so I just tested it and it did take longer than 30 seconds, but I think I might have finally got it. I actually think I might have had my iron on the wrong setting because it doesn't have temperatures. It just has different types of material. So I'm gonna go ahead and try to peel this off. Hopefully I didn't ruin it, but it definitely feels a lot hotter now. So it looks like it is sticking. So I think it's stuck. So I'm gonna let that cool down and then we will add the pocket. Okay, so the little hamster has cooled down for a couple minutes. It's looking really good. Hopefully it's not too crooked. Now it is time to do the pocket. So on this one, it doesn't say you put a cloth or anything over it. You just hot iron firmly for 30 seconds, making sure to cover the outer edge because that is where the adhesive is. They did have quite a few different pockets to choose from. I just like this one because it is kind of like a galaxy, and I thought it would look really cute with this shirt. So let me peel this off. Okay, so here is my little pocket. I have to peel these paper strips off, and that will let the adhesive stick to the shirt. It would be much easier if I had a tripod for my second camera and I didn't have to do this one-handed. So now I'm going to place this pocket where I want it. I don't want to cover up the hamster's hands, but I want to make sure I do it high enough where it looks like he's peeking out and there's not a gap. So I think that looks pretty good. Hopefully it is straight. So now I'm just going to take my iron and press it on here. Hopefully it will take 30 seconds like the directions said, because I did have a little bit of trouble with the hamster. Okay, so I think the pocket is on. Let's check the edges to make sure, but I think it is pretty secure. Okay, so I think I have everything on, and here is how it looks. I think it is super, super cute. It did take a little bit longer than I was expecting, but that's probably my fault for not having the iron on the right setting. So now, of course, I need to try this on, and hopefully I got the pocket straight, so I need to change. And here it is. I think it turned out really, really cute. I actually got the pocket in a pretty good place. It's kind of hard to see. Let me zoom out just a little bit. So there it is. It turned out really cute. And like I said, with the t-shirt and everything, I got everything at Michael's for under $10. So for a custom little hamster in a pocket shirt, I definitely think it was worth it. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a big thumbs up if you did. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already so you don't miss my upcoming videos, and I'll see you guys next time.